So nice.
Yeah,
basically, just to give you guys some context on this, I know a lot of people have been asking. We basically get a live feed from the observers over there in Taiwan because I am less than qualified to actually do that. Plus, because of the fact that we're in Germany, sometimes we get a little bit of lag on the client, just simply because I think of distance there.
You just see weird things
than anything else. Yeah.
Occasionally you'll just see like a guy just running straight in and you think, what's he doing? Actually, he's not running straight in, he's not crazy. But as it stands at the moment, they are just going to push in. So the Dragon basically, it didn't get taken, you didn't miss anything. It was started and they immediately backed away from it. They got a pink ward down in their Taipei Assassins, so that's about all because Yo-Yo Flash Wolves instantly showed up down the bottom there. So we'll see how it worked out. We did have a teleport used, by the way, from Stake, which is why they backed away. So that will be down for around about 2 more minutes. So we'll see whether the Taipei Assassins decide to pay another visit to that Dragon shortly.
You can see this slight advantage in both CS on pressure, in top lane and mid lane.
Oh, this could be dangerous. Yeah, Wind's coming in from this one. It will land the knock up there onto Sword Art. Ultimate comes out of NL, but the first blood, it was actually, I think, Cataclysm damage there that actually got the kill for them. Nicely worked, and Wind's just simply walking on in. And that looked far too easy considering how defensive this whole start of the game has been.
Yeah, definitely. On the other hand side, Javan played that really well because it wasn't that obvious he will flash the combo, you know. It wasn't that obvious they will just go all in for the kill, but they went and they just barely got it, you know. So for Morgana right there, I mean, not many people would have flashed before the flash of Javan.
I think they actually used Sword Art's aggression against him as well because we saw Looping going aggressive, which ordinarily you'd be like, okay, the AD carry's suddenly gone aggressive, back away, clearly something's up. But instead, Sword Art just went, all right, I'm up for this, went forward, got the Ignite down, tried to get the Dark Binding, and suddenly realized, hang on a minute, this has all gone horribly, horribly wrong.
The thing with that is that, you know, bot lanes used to play with that a lot, you know. Sometimes your jungle is not even there, and you still play very aggressive, so your opponent misses creeps. So if you will be playing very defensive all the time thanks to that, you will never get a creep, you know. So you sometimes need to take the risk, take the gamble.
True Shot Barrage comes across, doesn't find it. They pulled the Dragon actually very far out. There's the teleport. Morning's going to be joining this one. They're going to go aggressive instead on Jay. Stake has to flash away from that one. Going to try and take this one back down. Morning very low as well. He's going to get dived on. Oh, Maple blasted away, but there's Monsoon. Is it going to be enough? Dragon's reset. NL's actually in the pit, having to fight it all on his own, and now the rest of Taipei Assassins force them away. NL effectively tanked that Dragon for a good 10-15 seconds in that fight, and it's gifted the Dragon across the Taipei Assassins.
I hate to point out the wrong plays, but NL completely misplayed there and completely probably lost the team fight alone and probably the Drake, because he would have got easily a kill, but he missed his flash and he could have just actually jumped away right after, you know. It would have been 4-4 and they wouldn't have been able to get the Dragon.
And Sword Art's dead.
Wow.
Yeah. The turret going down there, 3 of them moving in. Jay actually tanked up, I think, the last hits of it before they could finish that one off, but not able to stop them. And just like that, look how the gold has just kind of jumped now as well. 17,000 to 14,000, almost a 3,000 gold lead, just like that. And that puts the Taipei Assassins in firm control here. We'll see if they can continue this run. I'm actually going to have to sit down because I can't do this stood up. Just saying.
We will see now if what we've seen throughout these 3 days was a vague thing out of Yo Wolves.
That was a mistake.
He got the blue buff. God damn it, man. What's wrong with you, Javan?
Chowie will not be happy with that, and again we see another blue buff mistake. So Wins takes the blue buff away.
It's more common than you think, man. You should play mid lane to realize yourself.
I'm aware. It's just annoying to everyone. Oh, here we go. Stake's going to get caught out. No flash available. Does manage to get his Riftwalk away. He's going to get caught out by Jay. There's the Cataclysm. No escape for Stake. The tower will not be enough, and they will take him down. While that was happening, we also saw a 3-man pile-on by the Yo-Yo Flash Wolves on the mid lane on Chowie. So at the end of the day, good job he didn't get a blue buff, because he'd have just lost it.
That's very true. I mean, can't deny that you're right on that one. We are going to see turrets exchange here, but it's a middle turret for a top lane outer turret there.
Definitely more worth. Especially when you have so many assassins and so many catch power with Morgana, you want to get as much vision as possible. You get vision getting these objectives, they're getting these towers. Now you get the vision on their jungle, you can see. The map opens up.
The collapse is on right now. Sword Art's coming down. Morning needs to be making traps here. Speeds himself up. Is he going to get away? Not quite caught by the dart binding. LeBlanc will not go for the kill. Instead will retrace her steps and back away. So TPA will move down in numbers to defend this bottom turret. Morning playing it very safe. This has opened up the map though, like you say. Type A Assassins, while they are ahead after a good dragon fight and effectively a lot of good ganks, does actually mean they don't really have map control just yet.
We were talking about the fact that they needed to be ahead, TPA needed to be ahead to make their champions work, but once they're ahead you can see they're going to be pretty much unstoppable unless they commit some crucial mistakes. Ezreal mid is a champ that actually scales very well if you're ahead, because of the poke plus the constant damage. It's just too much pressure to handle, plus the Q of Sivir, you can see it's going to be really painful to deal with.
Yeah, it's something we saw from Hive at Intel Extreme Masters in San Jose, which obviously Cloud9 went on to win. It's a lot better than they've done in the LCS, certainly in their first week. Carso's waiting off at the side here. I think they want to make a play. Does manage to land a Sonic kick on Lupin. Will he get Lee Syndrome? Will he go for it? No, he's going to start on the pink ward instead.
Yeah, we'll be too optimistic. With the Lulu ultimate, they could completely take down Lee in just seconds.
Is he going to go for this one?
Good damage in the mid lane as well there. I mean, they've got the wave clear, but still, they need to be super careful about how low they actually get from this. I'm going to see Ezreal and Jarvan just sat a little bit off to the side. True shot barrage. I'm not going to be able to follow that. I'm just not that good.
in this patch, we still have the DFG, right?
Yes, we do. Yes. Yeah. So expect
that's a really good item for this game, for the Follow Blanc.
Someone going for that. We saw Frog and Wrecking face with that one last night.
Yeah.
At the moment, no, mid lane tower is being pressured. Stake has rejoined. They're trying to go in there. Maple taking a big burst. Forced the flash away. And the siege is continuing. There's a big wave building on the bottom lane as well, which is going to cause some problems. It does mean, of course, that somebody from Yo-Yo Flash Wolves is going to have to deal with that one, and that could mean they're going to lose this mid turret.
So smart, man. So smart. The fact that they are just grouping up as 5 in the mid lane, they acknowledge that the opponents have too much assassination power, then they group as 5. And they benefit from that, you can see.
Tower down here. Turret number 3. I'm back. Apparently. Should get a pay rise for this. Probably never going to happen. Okay, now I'm doing it again. It's like musical chairs.
Keeping you on your toes, Joe. Yeah. That's what it is, literally. So, Type A Assassins, 4-1 up, 3,000 gold differential. They have the lead for now. Can they hold on to it? We saw Maple struggling to actually get close, and it's like, while we were talking about how they can just get in and blow someone up, it's pretty tricky when you're just being sieged from afar. You can't close that gap quick enough, or if you do, you've got to commit to it. Now, they do both have flashes up. They've got those gap closes, so it's possible they could try and pile onto one target and get the hell out.
Yeah, definitely. But there's a huge problem. If TPA groups second as 5, what can they do? They have too much range, double AD carry, plus Lulu, too much control, plus the Javan plus the Janna, in case things go wrong. They have too much control if they get ahead, of course. But something to notice is that LeBlanc has 151 creeps, which is really ahead of Ezreal. This could actually end up being a problem.
I just want to check the gold. Actually, he's ahead in gold there.
Yeah, of course. He should be, yeah.
Yeah, 5,500 to 5.2 thousand gold. So actually in a nice little position on that front. Actually the only one on the team that's actually ahead of his counterpart if you look across the scoreboard. So we'll see. Maybe it is all on to Maple to make this game work for the Yo-Yo Flash Wolves.
Drake is up in 5 seconds. And we see Kassadin pushing top lane. This means that TPA is bound. They need to start Drake ASAP, so Kassadin TPs. So we will see a team fight. If Kassadin doesn't TP, this game is over. So he will TP, and they will fight.
Let's see then. There's a pink ward cleared out, but they didn't spot the ward that's actually off to the side. They're going to kill off the crab. Pink ward there.
Gotta start it soon.
There's a ward at the back of the dragon he could TP to and then rift walk into the pit. So that's what we're going to be looking for. Where is
pretty good ward.
Actually going to go.
Really good ward.
Oh, I think they've just pinged it. I think they just realised that it is there. So We'll see where they go for it. Instead, they're going to start off the Dragon.
They started.
A big wave. There's the teleport coming in. Where's he going to, actually? He's not going onto that back ward. Instead, he's joining into the team. Dragon's still very low here. They're going to try and steal this one away. True shot barrage rattles across. That's going to be taken. His Taipei Assassins are getting it. Now they lock up. That's going to be the jungler going down. Casa being picked off. The rest of Yui Flash Wolves trying to back away. Snake, what are you doing? Get away from there. Has to flash in the end. Riftwalk wasn't quite available off cooldown. And that really was not a good fight for the Yui Flash Wolves.
Yeah, it was bound to happen. I mean, he needed to TP on the other hand side. If he doesn't TP, they're going to lose the game by that. They need to play the smite play.
I mean, that's literally the thing that you don't want to happen, right? You either give up the Dragon, which obviously you don't particularly want to do, and push that top tower out and don't lose any guys. Yeah. Or you fight and you actually get the challenge for Dragon, but he came down, so he didn't push top, and they didn't get Dragon, and they lost the guy.
You can see the difference between the world-class teams. You know why everyone hates to play against Fnatic, and it's been happening since a year and a half ago or 2 years ago until now. Even when the famous backdoor against me, the reason they're that good is because they make so crucial calls regarding that. If they know they cannot fight the Dragon, they will go top lane, like maybe all of them, They will get 2 towers or maybe 3 if you don't go there. They will get your top vision, maybe even Baron, I don't know. They will do something in the opposite side of the map because they understand they cannot fight you. It is really, really smart, and I wish I would have got that kind of vision of the game before, because that gave them so many games.
Yeah, it's how they dominated Europe for a good 2 years, and looking to do it again over in the European LCS. Of course, they were victorious last night. Ronatic, as they were known, I think it was. Quickshot called them towards the end.
Dying in the jungle is not going to help you early on, though. For everyone that saw that.
Yeah.
I want to make a little comment about Yellowstarman. I think that guy is super underrated. Like, if people will understand the kind of calls he makes, he has like 3 brains in one. It's crazy. I played with him in SK, and he was AD carry making calls in the top lane. It's just crazy. That guy is super underrated.
Yeah, I was quite surprised actually when obviously everyone was leaving. I knew ahead of time that the team was going to be changing, but I was surprised that he stuck around. He didn't go to say Elements. Instead, he built the team, and trained with it and worked hard. And you can see last night, you saw the celebration last night. I mean, it's just a normal league game. Most people don't celebrate wildly, but they were ecstatic about it. It was a big game over Roccat, of course. Roccat, one of their contenders at the top, but overall, Fnatic looked brilliant. But going back to the LMS here, or the Intel Extreme Masters Taipei, there's an LMS clash between Taipei Assassins and Yui Flash Wolves, and so far, the Taipei Assassins, who are top of the league in the LMS, are looking to take game 1 here. They are in control. They've got a good ward down, and this blue buff might get fought over.
They're going to try a little fight right here. It could actually be a double-edged sword, because they are way too together. So LeBlanc and Catherine can do a lot of work. They decided not to go for. Which is smart.
Actually pushing more up towards the tower there, but that's actually, forced the Flash Wolves to move around the backside. Will now allow TPA to actually get some ward coverage of their own down, sweep a few wards out, and move over now onto the bottom side of the map. While they did actually send Morning up onto the top side to push that one onto the inner turret, but
no TP yet.
Yeah, I think they should be fine at this point. I don't see TPA going completely deep underneath the tower.
So the difference here is Morning has teleport if needed, and Stake does not. Stake's had to go up to the top because Morning's just been pushing every lane in systematically. He went to the top, then came back down to the bottom, and now into the mid lane. The rest of TPA not going to follow through, but he's just continuing to keep the pressure onto the Yui Flash Wolves. And we saw them, they got the wards in there, but immediately they all got swept out by the Taipei Assassins, who have all gone back to buy because they just built up a stack of gold, a whole pile of pink wards getting picked up, and they're going to be in preparation for the next possible Dragon or tower push. We do see the Soul Stealer being picked up for Morning. He did this yesterday against the Saigon Jokers.
That's not very smart. I think he's overjudging how ahead they are.
It's not too bad these days because it starts off with 5 stacks, doesn't it?
I think it's not bad for a support at some point, but I think for a solo lane, which actually they rely on your damage, and you are having a sort of blue build Ezreal as well. You need as much damage as possible, and your team is not necessarily. I mean, you look at the team; it's not very damage based. I wouldn't have went for the mages. I would have just went for the large rod with a little bit more of gold. It's a huge difference,
Well, let's see how that works out for him. I mean, we could probably see that in a minute and 20 when this dragon comes up, how they actually match up in terms of damage. When you look over the other side, Kassadin, who's going to be moving up towards his Zhonya's soon, already got that Rod of Ages in there. There'll be a death cap on Maple's LeBlanc soon as well, so that could definitely play a role in this next fight. Both AD carries obviously going very
really
similar builds, and you know, both got Shiv in there. Neither of them quite at Infinity Edge just yet. I don't think anyone's quite got the gold for that.
Sivir slightly ahead, of course.
Yeah.
Thanks to the assists plus the kill.
That bottom tower is not really being challenged here. I think Type Assassins may have stole the march on them. They are going to get some damage down there. Lupin's already putting pressure on towards it. Yo Flash Walls do try and come across. Sword Art takes a big boomerang blade to the face there. A lot of damage, yeah, like you say. While this is all happening, Stake, he's desperately farming. He needs to get that Zhonya's Hourglass as quickly as possible. He's been soaking up all of the farm in the top and mid lane for the last two waves, and you can see TPA continuing to just keep the pressure on them. And pressure, Yoe Flash Walls, he should be able to get away from this one. Had to flash, couldn't safeguard across there.
Yeah.
He went to the ward behind him there. I don't think he actually really meant to do that there. I think he wanted to get back and go over the wall onto the ward, but whatever.
Sometimes you panic with Listen. It's normal. It's more normal than usual.
Safeguard, where's the ward? You know, he didn't send him over the wall, and now we see that that turret is going to go down. They couldn't quite adjust their position quick enough, and this is really prime time now for TPA. They're the ones that have got all the wards down in there. There's Maple around the corner.
Oh, they've been seen, I think, by Maple. They've been seen, yeah?
Yep. Maple knows they're waiting.
Yeah.
This trap, they actually might try and trigger it.
Oh, this can be good for...
Well, we'll see how it works out. You can see Sword Art. Cataclysm actually backfired on them. They do manage to get one down. Maple's in trouble, though. He will drop. Stake's trying to put the damage down. Like I said, that Zhonya's not complete. Here goes NL, jumping straight in there. Gets one down. Jumps onto Looping. Gets a second. Castle picks that up. And just like that, the sneaky little peek from Maple has gifted them 3 kills and a dragon.
We made it clear, man. That Mages wouldn't help. He overestimated how ahead they were. Look at the setups. Normally you will say, yeah, the double AD carry plus Lulu should win late game, but not against 2 assassins when you're that squishy, right? They will always have the better late game because you're just too squishy and you can't feel tanky.
And NL showing that he is not scared to jump in there and you know, get that first reset. And that's the danger now, because after that he should have, he's sat on 1600 gold, so he's going to go back, pick up the Infinity Edge, and then now you've got a scare. Yeah, then they start really rolling things out. We'll see, though. I mean, it's still too close to call for me, this one. A lot of kills, we have to say as well. You know, we talk often about kill spread in a team. 4 out of the 5 kills for TPA sat on Jarvan right now, which is obviously going to help him to become the tanky man that they actually need in this game. But we saw in that one that he kind of just gets very low very quickly.
It's not ideal, because look at the setup. They don't have all the damage.
There's the double assassin. Are they going to pile in? They don't quite get a glimpse